What up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It is Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. On today's show, we give you the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors, including the team re-signing wide receiver Josh Woods to a 2-year deal worth a reported $12 million. We look at other NFL teams using their tag and how it impacts the Lions and what the Lions did with their franchise tag. But before we get into all that juicy news and rumors, I got to bring in the rest of the crew. Y'all see him up there, man. Our resident Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying, on the wish front. My man, LL Kuchar.
On the wish front. What's down, Proud Nation? And good morning.
And y'all see him at the bottom of the screen, bobbing his head like he listened to something on the radio. My man, looking like Radio Raheem. He is the Pride of Jackson, Michigan. Who?
Coach Jones. Who's Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let's go.
It's Detroit Lions talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. It was a busy day yesterday. Tell us about it, Kurt.
All right, welcome back to the show, people. It's a What Up the Wednesday, man. Y'all know how this is hump day, baby. But on Tuesday, the Josh Reynolds agent, which is Apex Sports, announced on Twitter that Josh Reynolds was re-signed with Detroit. It was confirmed by NFL Network that the Lions are bringing back JG's Wooby on a $12 million 2-year deal. Now, Reynolds racked up 306 yards last year with 2 touchdowns in just 7 games. So he was productive, and the offense actually really changed once Josh Reynolds got on the field, and he made life easier for Jared Goff along with the adjustments to the offense. I can't say it was just Josh Reynolds by himself, but if you look at the adjustments that were made by Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson, coupled with Josh Reynolds, that made Jared Goff's second half of the season better. His production was better. His turnovers were down, and it was just good. Now, the particulars of the contract have not been released yet. Now, check this out. In today's NFL, the numbers of the contract doesn't mean he will get $6 million in 2022 or in 2023. Because if you look at it the old school way, $12 million over 2 years, you're getting $6 million a year. Now, most of his guaranteed money will most likely be in the signing bonus in 2022 with a lower salary cap hit this season. And next year, it will be a low cap hit so we can go ahead and cut them loose. You know, most of these new contracts where they're front loaded and the second year is really voidable. So it's really a 1-year deal if you really look at the particulars of it when it comes out. But you know how my man Mike Disner over there at Disney World do it. He going to make it cap friendly for the Lions. Now, Reynolds gave Jared Goff a reliable wide receiver that he trusts on passes down the field for at least one more season. So it makes it comfortable for Jared Goff in Detroit because, people, Jared Goff is going to be the quarterback in Detroit next year. If you look at the quarterback market is already dried up. And you look at what happened yesterday.
Not yet. Not completely.
In Green Bay. And you look at Russell Wilson going to the Broncos. Who else is out there? I mean, you got Jimmy G, and I mean, there's a really big drop off. And the market for quarterbacks aren't going to be great this year. So Jared Goff's going to be in Detroit. That trade to the Washington Commanders is not going to happen, man. I just don't see it. So, but this is another kind of like that small prove it deal where he kind of proved his worth last year, having a really good half a season, really like 40% of a season in Detroit last year. I think his numbers will be better this year. And if he keeps his production up, he'll get close to that 1,000 yards. He'll be up there with St. Brown in his receiving core. He can definitely stretch the field. You get another guy out there, either Quintez Cephas or we draft some receivers. But I like the signing. We got what we got right now. Jared Goff's who we got, and this is a comfort signing for him. 2 years, basically a 1 year with probably the second year probably really voidable, and they can either get rid of him with a low say cap hit. What do you guys think about the signing?
You want to say something, LL? You look like you ready.
I mean, good for Josh Reynolds. When I actually saw the news, like I was, I said, okay, that's good for him. This might be a sign of, of the future, I suppose. What Curt just alluded to, that y'all's friend Jared Goff be sticking around. I didn't, because that's y'all homie. Y'all be riding for him like no before.
No, man.
Yeah, y'all do.
Like
y'all gave him a nickname. Yes, it is.
No,
you gave him a nickname.
JG is not what we. That's the name
they call him.
His teammates call him JG. That ain't Curt calling him JG. His teamates call him that. So
when you call him JG, who is that calling him JG? Is that the team or is that coach?
I'm regurgitating
exactly
that his teammate call him. You know what I'm saying? When the guy goes,
Mama named him Jared. I'm gonna call him Jared. But
what?
I just wrap it up real quick. Good sign up for the Lions. If Jared Goff is gonna be here, good sign up for him. Whatever is clever, man. I've said it 100 times. I really don't like Jared Goff, but if it equates to winning, I'm okay with it.
Right. Okay, I got you. You know what? I'm happy that Josh Reynolds got signed in the correlation with Jared Goff staying, because he opened up the offense for Jared Goff. And you know what? I kind of chef the way Jared Goff's season went. Like me personally, I'm a chef. But when I get into a kitchen, when I get into a kitchen, I like to observe first everything around me. I like to kind of see everything going down in front of me. I like to let everything go how it goes, and then once I feel comfortable, I put my head down and then I go, and then I'm there, I'm here, and I move fast and I move at a different pace than everybody else, because I sat back, I observed, and I watched how everything went, and I know now how to do it, and then I move quickly. So, and that's sort of similar to how Jared Goff moved, because Jared Goff didn't really come into comfortable into the season, right? He didn't get comfortable until after he got Josh Reynolds. And, I just like, what, Jared Goff might not be the answer for the future. He might not be, but you know what, man, give him what he needs to make him feel comfortable in the kitchen.
That is.
I got one question.
This is what JG is. That's a bridge. He's a bridge quarterback. And
I got one question.
What's he got?
I got one question. That what you call what Jared Goff was doing the first half of the season, observing?
Well, he was more like kind of, I would say scared. Like Jared Goff, when you look at where he had, like, talent wise from an outside perspective, he like, I went from Josh Woods and Cooper Kupp to this, like, you know what I'm saying? So he probably wasn't feeling too confident. I mean, even though we here in Detroit know what it is, we like, oh yeah, he can do this, he can do that. Jared Goff is going from that to that, and he's like, ooh.
I just need to help with the parallel there. You said when you get into the kitchen, you like to do what he do. I didn't say I like to do what he do. I said it takes me time. I allow stuff to develop in front of me, and then I take the driver's seat. That's what I'm saying.
And I can get what you're saying. He wasn't comfortable. You can look at Jared Goff, and tell he was not comfortable in his first few games in Detroit. Changing teams, changing systems. If you look at the system that Anthony Lynn ran when he first got here for Detroit, that wasn't a friendly type of environment for Jared Goff, right? What did they do? They try to put him in a system that he played in college, which he wasn't used to anymore. They had him in a shotgun a lot, back there, taking, all those drops. What did he do in LA? Most of the times he played under center in LA, because that's the system that Sean McVay runs. They run a lot of play action under, quarterbacks under center. Now they do some shotgun, but it was like, you got a 4th and 1 and Anthony Lynn's in the shotgun. Come on now. I mean, how can so you got that system, and we have to be honest with what it was. The system did not go with his attributes until we had the change later on in the year, and the fact that if you look at the talent level of the receivers he was working with in Detroit, he was not used to those guys. He didn't trust any of those guys. That's why you saw, guys running wide open and he not pulling the trigger. or he throwing to a guy who's covered, because the guy he was used to, the guy he was comfortable with was, which was most likely earlier in the season, TJ Hawkinson was mostly covered all the time. Teams took him away, and Jared Goff was just lost. I mean, but you see how it opened up in that second half of the season. You have, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, even Khalif Raymond, running wide open down the field, and he was hitting those guys. So I like the adjustments. I'm still not saying he's the man, but he's that bridge. You know what I'm saying? He's the bridge. That's that Golden Gate Bridge out there in San Francisco. That's that bridge.
Would you trust that bridge? Would you trust that bridge?
I'm saying I trust him for the time he under center. But when it's time for him to go, it's time to go. And we're going to holler at you later. But hey,
real soon.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you see me in the street, don't say nothing. But if you like the content, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Hey, do us a favor. We're on that march to 4,000 subscribers. So go ahead and click the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And we have to apologize. We didn't announce yesterday's show, but we had a show yesterday. So go back, double back and watch it. It's over there on the YouTube, right here on the YouTube channel. So go ahead and watch it over there, and give some comments because we didn't have a lot of comments yesterday. So there won't be comment cards today. Gotta let you know that up front. We won't have any comment cards today because we didn't let you guys know we had a show. And that's our fault. But you can go back and watch later on.
I blame Jared Goff.
Watching it, yeah. Go ahead and click the subscribe button. Get on the bus, Gus. Get on this train, Wayne. Get on the ride, Clyde, for us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Now, the family discussion topic of today was re-signing Reynolds a good move? Let us know in the comment cards down below, so we got to have some for our next show. We will have a show on Thursday. This week. And next week we will have a full week of shows. A lot of news is going to be going on in the NFL. We got free agency frenzy starts this week, so why not finish up some of our pre-draft stuff this week? And next week, free agent frenzy starts next week. Man, the legal tampering period for free agency starts on Monday. Deal's going to start on really hitting that wire on Monday afternoon, Tuesday. Man, Wednesday, the league officially starts, so you'll see some more deals coming down the pike. So we'll have a full week of shows this week and next week for you guys right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. My man, gonna tell us about the impact that them franchise tag had on the Lions yesterday. What you got, Coach Mike?
Yeah, man. So they had an impact yesterday, and the one that sticks out to me most is not Devontae Adams, him getting tagged. Y'all probably like, well, man, what franchise tags?
They did tag him.
They tagged him.
Yeah. They're like, so they're probably like, well, then, Mike, I don't understand what franchise tag stuck out to you. The one that stuck out to me most is the Jacksonville Jaguars. And y'all probably like, the Jacksonville Jaguars? Explain this to me, Coach Mike. Well, let me explain this to you. The Jacksonville Jaguars, who have predicted to take left tackle from Alabama, I think it's Evan Neal is his name.
Yeah.
Well, they franchise tag Cam Robinson, which means they will not be selecting left tackle Evan Neal. Who are they gonna pick? They're gonna pick everybody's favorite, everybody's household name here in Michigan. Aiden Hutchinson, okay? They have raved about Aiden Hutchinson prior to the draft, and it's a lock. They're not going to pick Thibodeau over Hutchinson, with everybody questioning his motor and things like that. They are going to select Aiden Hutchinson, who they have coveted this whole time. And what does that mean for the Detroit Lions? Well, that means that even more offers should come to the table because now Neal is on the table, okay? And hey,
and Thibodeau,
and Thibodeau. So it's like, you know what? I just don't see the Lions staying at 2. Maybe they would have for Hutchinson. I just don't see the Lions staying at 2. I don't see the Lions taking a DB in the top 2. Maybe if they trade back. I'm hoping with the New York Giants, and they covered those edge rushers. I hope the New York Giants want to step up and give us 7-5. They can go and have Tibby. They can go and have him, man, or possibly the move that people haven't thought about is the recent transactions, and that's the Seattle Seahawks, who have had that questionable offensive line. Will they mortgage some of that draft capital that they acquired in that Russell Wilson trade to get Evan Neal? What y'all think about these things that have happened and these transactions and these preceding moves that have gone down in the NFL?
I'm looking at the franchise tags that really dried. I mean, to me, that makes sense for me for the Josh Reynolds signings as well, because that wide receiver market kind of dried up. You got Chris Godwin down there in Tampa, got franchise tag for the second year in a row, and then you look at some of the other like Devontae Adams and those guys, they got franchise tags. So that kind of dried up that free agent, kind of wide receiver market where we were looking for. I don't think we were looking for to break the bank anyway with a free agent signing this year, but some of those guys, we probably were looking at eyeing, but franchise tag did away with that. I agree with you 100%. I think that the Jaguars are going to go ahead and taking Aiden Hutchinson, having him going down there to North Florida and playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I see that coming. They do need some help on that defensive line. That defense was trash last year, and we wanted to talk because our defense was trash too, but their defense was worse than ours. However, if you look at this changes the dynamic of really the whole the first part of the first round of the NFL draft. That first 16 picks, that really affects that. So you're going to have some guys trying to trade up. You got some targets out there like a Malik Willis who from teams who want a quarterback and they think he's the future of their franchise. We got a lot of bargaining chips right now. I think we do not stay at 2. I think that causes a trade back for the Detroit Lions, and we can pick up some multiple players. And I think we're going to have at least maybe we might go from 3 picks in the top 35 picks to maybe 4 or maybe 5. Depends on what we can get. I mean, because you look at a team like Philadelphia, who they have a lot of gaps on their team as well. So they may be looking to they picked 3 times in the first round. So they may want to move up the draft board and pick someone that they like and covet. So there's a lot of room for us to maneuver and for Brad Holmes to say, hey man, I can, get me some paper and give me some some draft capital. You know what I'm saying? I can make some moves. And I really think that's what's going to happen. If you look at how he's built teams out there in LA with the less need model, you know what I'm saying? With less need, say F them picks. So I think we can get more and even go back and get a lot of players in that second day, maybe some second rounders as well. But what do you think, LL?
Well, that is I want to give Coach Mike Jones a lot of credit for that. I don't know if I've seen Cam Robinson, but yeah, that pretty much equates. I mean, it may not. I think the Jaguars drafted a right tackle last year. I can't really remember. I think it was like in the second round. I really can't remember. But I mean, it may not mean that they're not taking offensive linemen at 1, but it probably means they won't. And who knows? They, like you said, that mean you may have heard more than I have. They may still want Thibodeau. Thibodeau is after his pro day and stuff like that, he might turn out to be his numbers and whatever that might be. You know how that go. Every pro day somebody vault to the top of the boards or however it goes. But I'll say it again. I trust our guys. Good for Jacksonville. I trust what we got going on over here. Rather be Aiden Hutchinson at number 2, Tibby, as I like that. Tibby at number 2, Kyle Hamilton at number 2, whoever at number 2. I trust it. I think I still will say whoever we get in this draft is gonna help. So whatever. Well, we'll talk about the other franchise stuff. A little. Well, I guess I want me to go ahead and leave it.
No, go ahead. Hey, if you like this content, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man, hit the like button. But you know what I'm saying? Go over to lionsontheprowl.shop.com, get yourself some Prowl Nation gear. I'm rocking that what up, dude, on a Wednesday. If you want to get yourself some Lions gear, man, sales are going on galore over there at fanatics.com. They're making way for some new gear that's going to be coming out. Look around the corner. If you think about it, it's already almost the middle of March. The new training camp gear is going to be coming out soon. all the new hats and those things. So they're kind of, shift some of the old to bring in some of the new. You can get yourself some good gear on the low over there at fanatics.com. Click the link in the description, and a portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us with the content on this channel. Now, we had some franchise tag. We talked about everybody else using their franchise tag. My man LL, talk about Detroit's franchise tag.
Well, that's what I was going to lead into. As everybody, we've seen that some teams actually use theirs. The Lions didn't, or chose not to. I was a little surprised. I thought that either Tracy Walker or Charles Harris might get the franchise tag, but they didn't. Hopefully that means that we won't. Well, we can still get them under contract for not that high of a number, because that franchise tag would have been a high number for both, for a safety or for an edge rusher. So I'm kind of glad on that, but hopefully we can bring those guys back. I'm looking for those guys to return. But just real quick, because I know that you said that Fanatics.com is making room for the new to get rid of the old. There's rumors swirling that the Lions, we are eligible to, but there's rumors that we're going to switch up the logo. Or in the uniform. What do y'all think about this?
Yeah, man. I'm down with that.
Ooh.
I'm always down to grab some more gear, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. My closet's gonna have to get a little more expansive. You know what I'm saying? I might have to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You better not say that too loud.
Oh, she already know, man. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't buy me. She bought me the gift card. So,
okay.
But if you look at but I like that. I think the biggest thing I would like to see is the Lions go back to the Honolulu blue face mask. I always like those. I was really mad, because when we had the black ones, I was like, wait, I like that. But
I like the black.
We went to the silver, and it kind of meshed. It kind of just blended in with the helmet. I like the blue face mask. But looking at that franchise tag, you were talking about, saying franchise tagging some of these guys. If we would have franchise tag either one of these guys, that'd have been well over what they will get in the contract for this team. If you're looking at Charles Harris, if you were to tag him as a defensive end, it'd be $17 million for 1 year. If we tagged him as a outside linebacker, that's $18.7 million. And if we had franchise tag Tracy Walker, that was 12.9, almost $13 million from one season. Like those guys, but and they had good seasons. But their performances weren't worthy of those, those numbers. Not even close. Because you still got to look at it. We were at the bottom of the league in total defense. I mean, we had a better defense than last year because you couldn't go nowhere up because we had the last ranked defense in the league last year. But I think what stood out to me this year was the effort of the defense that made it seem a lot better than what it was. Well, especially the second half of the season, the efforts that they played with, and they were really handicapped this year on that defense side of the ball. So many injuries, COVID, all those things, wrapped up. It just wasn't like last year was. It was like this previous season where it was just a scheme and and using the players wrong, and they didn't want to play for Patty, and the effort was trash. I mean,
dumpster truck juice.
Even his own homies that came from the Patriots were playing soft. You know what I'm saying? They're playing. Their effort was not great. Like the last year of Matt Patricia's career here in Detroit, and that was, man, the Thanksgiving Day massacre. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give a shout out to my girl Sheila, because she rode up on Patricia and let him smell her perfume and said, "If you don't win this game, you're gonna get fired."
You out of here, partner.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't win that game. She had them hands, she had her face in those hands in that game on Thanksgiving. The next day, it was like, "You're gone, bro. You got you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here."
I wish I knew Miss Sheila. I wish she would have let me do it.
Yeah, we should have both escorted Patricia out.
Man, I can see LL with the Sandman hook from the Apollo.
Uncle, we should have Uncle Fielding.
Oh, that's not the jazz.
Right.
That would have been funny.
Yeah.
But and one thing I want to do is give a shout out to before we move on, to give a shout out to Sheila for him. If you didn't know that Sheila Hamp, because I think she's kind of taking that forward out of her. If you look at it, she's just kind of going by Sheila Hamp now. She has been put on the board of USA Football. So she is making moves definitely around the league. She is put on the board for USA
rubbing
Football.
elbows, get us some of them mysterious calls and luck breaks for us.
Congratulations to Sheila for that. Definitely is a well deserved. If you look at her, she's a student of the game. She's been around the NFL for a long time. She was trying even back when Pete Rozelle was the commissioner, trying to get on committees and things of that nature, where she was trying to represent the Lions in the organization of the NFL and just in football in general. So she's been around football for a long. And I think that's why she's taking a different approach than her parents, where she's kind of getting involved. She wants to be on committees. She wants to be involved in how she's structuring the team. The structure of the Lions is so much different with her as the principal owner than it was with her parents and her brother, who. And I would say this at the end of the day, the older forwards viewed the Lions as an investment and not as a team. It wasn't about winning. It was how much revenue that the team can generate to help the forwards and to keep their pockets fat. I think Sheila Hamp is like, no, I'm a fan of the Lions and I want the Lions to win. I'm gonna build a winner right here in Detroit. And I think it's she's
thank the Lord Jesus.
Definitely. All right. Sorry to announce today there was no comment cards today. Like I said, we didn't have a show yesterday, so we didn't have enough comment cards to read today. So we're gonna be back with those things tomorrow, definitely. Now let's go ahead and take a walk on over to that wall of fame, baby. And we got my man Bob Karowski leading off the bronze members. Shano the Insano, Bubba Bo, John Kapler, Bo Gagrius, my man Brian Stover over there on that bronze members. In the silver members, we got Henry Wallace. We got Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman Baguettes, and all that. Nomas J, go over there and check out his content, man. He does some great Pistons content over there on his YouTube channel. And our Gold Members meeting, we have one today at 3 p.m. Go ahead and check the community tab later on today for that link for the Gold Members meeting. We got Mr. Reliable Michael Huck, who is usually always in the building at 3 o'clock on Wednesday. We got the inspirational Turner C. Burley, Michael Lewis, Just in the D, Mr. Rough and Raw himself, North and Ken. Stay safe on those roadways, my brother, and the doctor, Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button down in the description. It's going to cost you a little cheddar. It ain't free like just subscribe to the channel. You got to cost you a little bit of cheddar. But, it depends on what you want. I'm telling you, we have so much fun over there in that Gold Members meeting. Every week is so much fun. And definitely check us out on your favorite social media platforms, including the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans, Lions Nation Unite. We are over there. Some of your favorite Detroit Lions content creators like Micro Mike and Dosa Dion, my man Rad over there. Even Royal Lions UK, friends of the show. We international over there on Lions Nation Unite. So go ahead and check us out over there. If you want to get some behind the scenes with us, go on and check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. The links are right here on the page. So go ahead and, look at those addresses for us and, go behind the scenes, check us out. I will be posting pictures of my latest vacay on there. We had a little bit of trip, have some fun, man, relax and do some things. But go ahead and follow the crew and, we show you more love right here on the channel. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. My man, LL. Give me your final thoughts on this What Up Though Wednesday.
I meant to say this when we was talking about the Jags and their salary cap, but brothers and sisters, I just want to say, Trevor Lawrence, he was a good man. I believe he had a bright future, but relying on Cam Robinson might not be the move. So y'all may want to reconsider and take an offensive lineman at number one. But thank all y'all for tuning in. I won't be in the Gold Members meeting. I have other obligations. I'll be at work. So, but I do miss y'all and everything. I miss being in there talking with y'all and cussing and acting crazy. So shout out to everybody in the Gold Members meeting. I miss y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Have a great day. Get you some dollar coins.
All right, hold on. I
Yeah.
forgot the segment of the show, man. We got to do dessert with your man Curt right quick. Dessert with your man Curt is brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. You can go over to her Facebook page at Delightful Bites over there on Facebook, or you can email her directly at delightfulbites18@gmail.com if you don't do the Facebook thing. The dessert with your man Curt today is really short. Tonight, 6 to 7 p.m. over on Lions Nation Unite YouTube channel, we'll be having a town hall about post combine and pre draft. So check it out tonight, 6 to 7 p.m. over, and that's Eastern Standard Time over on the Lions Nation Unite YouTube channel. Herman Moore will be in the building for that one. So check it out, the town hall tonight at 6 p.m. And that's your dessert with your man Curt. Brought to you by Delightful Bites. Let's finish up these final thoughts. My man, Coach Jones, what you got for your final thoughts for today?
Yeah, man. My final thoughts for today is I'm thank God the Lions did not use that franchise tag. Man, that would have been that would have been bad. But you know what? You know what, man? I'm just excited for what holds for future of the Lions in this draft. The trade is almost likely to happen. I don't think there's really a scenario where the Lions don't trade out of that number 2 spot. I'm happy with it, man, and I know a lot of people are on that bandwagon, and that made our day yesterday when Jacksonville Jaguars tagged Cam Robinson, who used to be on the Lions roster. If y'all don't remember, Cam Robinson used to be a Detroit Lion.
Yeah, that did not go well.
No, it didn't. Nope. So I don't know what they see in Jacksonville, but hey, keep saying it. Do your thing, man. And that's my final thoughts for today, man.
All right. Yeah, that was definitely a dumpster fire all day when Cam Robinson in Detroit. Former first round pick. So I mean, people see something in him. I guess they saw something in him last season, and yeah.
Shout out to Cam Robinson, though.
Yeah, shout out
Get
to him.
that
Man.
money, dog.
Get your money, player. My final thoughts for today's show is that I like the direction that Brad Holmes is taking with this team, where they're keeping, as far as staying consistent with the type of deals that they're offering. You know what I'm saying? Still type of prove it type deals. If you look at this deal, what's the guy last year, Williams, he signed a 1-year deal for $6 million to come to Detroit, ended up getting hurt. Tyrell Williams. And this is kind of that similar type of prove it type of deal with Josh Reynolds. He proved his worth in those 7 games last year. That's why it may be a little bit meatier as far as being the 2-year deal. He'll get a little bit more change up front in the signing bonus. But if you look at the deal, it's still a low risk deal, team friendly, cap friendly deal for the Lions. And we're going to keep a guy in place that helped us have some, limited success in the second half of the season. But if you look at it, we won 3 out of the last 5 games. So, he had an impact on the roster. He definitely had an impact on Jared Goff and then opening up the offense down the field. So,
Jay Jizzle.
Congratulations to Josh Reynolds and his contract, man. And for those players who got franchise tag, man, get your paper, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But that is going to open up I just believe, like I said this a little bit ago, it's going to open up I think a good ransom for that second number 2 overall pick for the Lions. And you look at that, Brad Holmes is in a good place right now to make some wheels, and he already let the people know, man, Detroit's open for business for this number 2 pick. And I do hope, like LL said, I do hope the Lions kind of change up the uniform a little bit, add a little bit of finesse to it, man. And is because I don't say I don't like uniforms, but I think it need to be kind of updated.
I don't like the number font.
Yeah, the numbers on the blue jerseys are definitely hard to read. Yes,
and I don't like how it's like gray outline with gray.
Yeah, gray outline.
Switch it up a little bit.
That doesn't
bring them black unis back.
Yeah. So, but and all that being said, man, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for the season to start, man. We got so much busy things to do here on the show, and so much news coming out Like I said in it before, we're gonna have a full week of shows this week and next week as we finish up with the combine and with free agency frenzy starting here on Monday morning. So we're gonna have 2 weeks of shows to talk about all this great news coming out here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Man, you know what day it is. It is hump day, baby. Man, the grind is getting a little bit hard today. But you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get your work in, man, and work hard so you can play hard this weekend. So it's lunchtime. It's time for you to do what? Crumbs off your face. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you know what you got to do for your boy. You got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.